everybody, we are gearing up for our 21-day Fix Summer Slim Down, and I just wanted to put together just a couple of guidelines and high points, or highlight a couple of points in our eating plan for you guys to think about. As you guys can see, I've got my eating plan book, I've got all my containers here, and I'm just going to talk to you guys through a couple of things. The first thing is, this is going to be like your eating plan Bible for the next 3 weeks. It's going to have all of the guidelines of what you should be eating, how much you should be eating of it. You're going to want to read, the first 23 pages are really vital to really explaining how the meal plan works. So please, 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 before you do anything else, read the first 23 pages. I do want to highlight that you'll need to take a look. In the first few pages here, it's going to give you a calculation on page 4 on how you calculate your calorie range. That's going to tell you how many of each container you can have. So these containers, it's not just I have one purple, one green, one red. I wouldn't be able to survive if I just ate that. So you'll get a certain amount. For the calorie range that I did, I get like 3 purples and 3 greens. That's 3 servings of fruit, 3 servings of vegetables. The red is for protein. I got 4 servings of protein, and a lot of you guys will get that same as well. So figuring out your calorie range will tell you how many of the containers you can have. That's going to help you with your planning. Each of these container sheets, or each of the containers, has a sheet that it just gives you a long list of foods that you can have in that container. So the thing that I would suggest that you start off by doing is finding the container sheet. So for example, this is the green. It's all the stuff that's going to go in here. Things on this list include kale, collard greens, spinach, squash, string beans, peppers, etc. Go through and just highlight some of the stuff that you like. And then you can go back through and circle some of the stuff you're not so sure about, maybe things you haven't tried before, and then you can look for some recipes. So if you've never had kale, you might want to look up a recipe for baked kale chips. That would be a great snack for you to have. So go through each of the pages for each of the colored containers and just select some things that you might be interested in having. That will help you when you get ready to actually build your plan for the week of what you're going to eat. The first week, I would suggest doing things that are kind of simple. So doing baked chicken, grilled fish for your red containers, doing like sliced apples, strawberries, berries, things that are easy in your purple container for fruit. Things like green beans, broccoli, squash, asparagus are great. Fresh mixed greens for a salad are great for the green container. The yellow container is going to be your carbohydrates, so sweet potatoes, grains are going to be in here. Your blue container is going to be for things like nuts. Hummus can go in this container if you decide to do hummus. I just wanted to double check. Cheese can go in these, so if you want to do a little bit of fresh, not fresh, but organic shredded cheddar, you can do that in here. Then these little orange ones are for like dressings and seeds. So that kind of lays out what all the containers are for, and you can have you can have a variety of these. You want to spread them out throughout the day. So if I have 4 reds, I might want to have, my Shakeology for one of my reds, baked chicken for one of my reds, some grilled fish, etc. And you spread that out throughout your meals. 2 other things about the meal plan. You're going to have a section of things you can have a teaspoon of. So things like peanut butter, extra virgin olive oil. You won't fill a container. You can have a teaspoon of it. You have some free foods, things like lemon and lime juice, mustards, herbs, spices, things that are 0 calories, so that's good. And then you also have a couple of things that are replacement containers. The yellow one is the replacement container. So this is typically for carbs and things like that. If you're on the lowest calorie range, which is 1200 to 1400, you can have 2 of these a day. But what you're allowed to do with replacement containers is 3 times a week, you can replace one of your yellows with either with your choice of a swap out beverage. So instead of having 2 yellows, I might have 1 yellow and 8 ounces of soy milk on that day. You can actually measure out the 8 ounces instead of pouring it in here, and you'll just cross off that you've had one of your yellow containers. The other thing is, on your treats, you can have things like dried fruit melody, you can have chocolate chips, and what you can do, they count as a yellow, but you need to measure them with the containers that are listed. So for example, if I want to do chocolate chips, I can only have a teaspoon of those. So I measure out my teaspoon, but I count it as a yellow. So it's because it's higher in calories, you count it as a bigger container even though you don't get to have as much of it. But I think it provides balance. So it's not you have to go 3 complete weeks without having anything sweet. Because if you're a sweet tooth like me, that would be really hard. I can still have little treats 3 days a week. I can still have alternate beverages 3 days a week. Because like one of the alternate beverages is 4 ounces of wine. Right? So as long as you do 4 ounces, you replace one of your yellow containers, you only do it 3 days a week, you don't have to cut out all the good stuff that you like. It's all about balance. And that's what I really love about this program, is it's about teaching you healthier eating habits, not just about dieting. This is about a lifestyle change. Being able to understand what your body needs, how much of it needs, so that one day you'll be able just to prepare meals and not have to use these containers. And that's really the goal that will be what we're reaching for. You have a whole list of recipes that are here. There's also some tally sheets and some plan sheets that I'm going to attach to the file section of our page, so you guys can use those things to kind of help plan out your meals. If you have any questions as you're getting prepared, plan before you go to the store. Know exactly what you're having the first 7 days that you're going to do this, so that you know what to buy at the grocery store. If you have any questions, you can Facebook me. I'll put my cell phone number on the page. You can text me real quick. You can call me if you want to. If you're in the grocery store and you have a question, call me or send me a text message. I'm completely fine with that. That's what I'm here for. I was putting together a shopping video to show you guys like just some things to look at in the store. I'm having a few issues getting it off my phone. So as soon as I get that uploaded, I'll definitely share that with you. I did want to note one other thing. As far as equipment, I noted in my first video that you'd need either free weights or a resistance band. That was actually wrong. You need free weights. You need at least a light pair of free weights for one of the exercises, or for one of the particular days of exercise. On the other days, though, you can have a resistance band in the place of a pair of heavy weights. So you definitely need to get you like a pair of 5-pound weights. If you want to get a set of 5 pounds and a set of 10 pounds, that's great. If it's cheaper for you to get a set of 5 pounds and then a resistance band to use for your heavier weights, then that's fine too. But you will definitely need, for the total body cardio, you need a pair of light weights. So I didn't want anybody to start that off because that's the day 1 exercise and be unprepared. I think that's all that I have for getting you guys ready. Again, read this, follow it. I'll be posting recipes and ideas as we go throughout this journey together. I'm also going to try to do prepare and post a prep video to show you guys how do you go about preparing 7 days worth of food. And so I'll give you some tips and pointers on that, and I'll try to get that posted up sometime on Saturday. Alright, I'm excited. I hope you're as excited as I am. This is going to be an awesome challenge, so get through your reading materials. If your plan hasn't quite arrived yet, do not fret. You can still participate in the group. Start thinking about some things that are that you might want to eat. If you need me to send you any information on the meal plan so you can start to plan, I can do that as well. All right.